This is Dabu7 with an earthquake update. Here today, looking at the global incident map, you can see we have a series of quakes on each front of the northern piece of South America, going all the way up into the Caribbean and the areas over here around Costa Rica and Nicaragua starting to see a little bit of action. And these are areas that we've seen set off some big quakes before. Now, this pinch point down here, Chile, Peru, it's known to set off some big quakes and a lot of swarming activity behind it. And here recently, there was a decent quake that hit on this ridgeline. We also had one that hit in the Congo, and it seemed like there was a shift of something going on. Right at the same time, we witnessed a good quake right outside of Dover, Delaware, on the East Coast. Now, this is just within the past week this has happened. And although you can't see any swarming right now around Yellowstone, there has been an uptick in swarming all around this front. Now, this quake map quits listing earthquakes after like 16 hours here. So to get a history, you'll need to go over to USGS. And when you do, you can get a better bead on where these quakes were hitting into Colorado, down into Texas. Let's not forget we had the big quake that hit in Mexico City, near Mexico City. And Baja itself has been in the upper portion here of Mexico, has been quiet for some time. Now, we're always keeping an eye on what's going on down here in San Andreas, California, always swarming with smaller quakes. And there was a decent quake last week that prompted them to put up an alert for 72 hours, hoping that they did not see any other action. But the Salton Sea is somewhere that I'm always watching, because that fault line comes down through here and stops and breaks apart and then continues in little pieces on the other side here. And oftentimes we'll start to see some swarming here, and it's been said that it could unzip from this region and run northwest all the way up the fault line. But there's a look at some of the most recent earthquake activity. Nothing major going on here in terms of swarms or big quakes. But there does seem to be a bit of a shift. And like I said, when we just witnessed that that quake that hit in Delaware, it came by itself, decently shallow. And if I see any more activity over here, I'll keep you guys posted as well. If you got any information, let me know. Dabu7yahoo.com. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter for the latest updates. I'll leave links below. It's been Dabu7 with an earthquake update.